Hello, y'all. It's Carmelite A. I'm going to talk about a totally different subject than I usually talk about on my channel. I don't think I've ever talked about this before. Sometimes as targeted individuals, you get tired of talking about it, and even though it's a part of your life, it's good to let it out, express it, stuff like that. And I agree with that 100%, but this is not what this video is about today. I can promise you that. That would be the only, this last sentence I just spoke just now would be the only sentence I will say talking about the targeted individual topic. Because I want to talk about something totally different early this morning. Sorry if you hear a noise, it's me getting back on the bed. I was putting on some music. But anyway, people already think I'm crazy anyway, just because I express how I'm a target individual. So this subject here that I'm about to talk about is something that I think that a lot of people experience, but they're just ashamed to say it, or they just don't talk to anyone about it because most people do not understand it. And I'm still learning about it myself. Excuse my scratchy voice, but okay, so a lot of people do not believe in sleep paralysis, but I do believe that sleep paralysis does happen to people because it's happened to me since childhood. If I really thought about how many times I've experienced sleep paralysis, it's probably less than 10 times in my life. But the first time I experienced it, I was 8 years old. I was 8 years old. I was asleep in my bed, normal night, whatever. But then I was trying to open my eyes and could not open my eyes. It felt like something was stopping me from even talking. It was like I was trying to scream because it was odd to me that I couldn't even speak or make a sound. And it felt like something was just stopping me from doing that and stopping me from opening my eyes as well. But as a kid at 8 years old, that's a very scary experience. But even as an adult, that can be scary too. I'm sitting here trying to count how many times I've went through that, but all I can say is approximately maybe 10 times or less in my life. Um, in my adult life, though, um, I'm 32 years old now. I've experienced sleep paralysis in 2014, but I would notice I would only go through it when I'm by myself in a room alone, and that's it. But since I recognize what happens when I go through sleep paralysis, I don't freak out like I did when I was a child, but it still is a scary experience. A lot of people do not think that sleep paralysis is a spiritual type of thing in an evil way. Some people believe that sleep paralysis is only a medical condition, but I don't think so. I don't care how many people think I'm crazy or loony in the head, but I think that sleep paralysis is when an evil entity is around you and that's how you experience it. But yes, it can be a medical condition as well. I'm not saying it's not. but I'm just speaking from my experience, me personally. So in 2014 in the summer, I experienced it. And then I probably experienced it before then in my adult life, but I just can't recall at this moment in time when I'm doing this live stream. But for me, just thinking off the top of my head, I'm just talking about some experiences that I do recall. Sorry about my bad voice, y'all. Been coughing and having respiratory issues, so I hope you can understand me. Excuse me. But anyway, the next time that I can recall that I experienced sleep paralysis is when I actually was not alone in the house I was in at the time. Someone else was in the home at the time, but I was alone in my bedroom at the time. And the same thing happened again. I was asleep by myself in the bed, alone in the room, could not open my eyes, could not say a word. But since it's happened to me multiple times in my life, I recognized what it was and I didn't freak out. But again, it's still a scary experience. And I'm not the only one that goes through sleep paralysis episodes. I've even seen a documentary on Netflix before talking about the people that would talk about their experiences of sleep paralysis. So that's why I entitled this live stream something about for open-minded people only. This is not for everyone, because it's not. This stream is not for everyone, because a lot of people do not believe that sleep paralysis is from an evil entity or whatever. Most people think that sleep paralysis is only from something medical going on, and that's it. But that's not what I believe, because of things I've researched over the years about it. But I don't care what people think of me. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I have my own thoughts, just like everyone else does. Everyone has their own experiences in life. Some can be more intense than others, you know. So, but the definition of sleep paralysis, if you look it up on Google, sleep paralysis is a frightening form of paralysis that occurs when a person suddenly finds himself or herself unable to move for a few minutes, most often upon falling asleep or waking up. Sleep paralysis is due to an irregularity in passing between the stages of sleep and wakefulness. I know I said the word irregularity wrong, but it's the opposite of regular. That's what irregularity means. But I'm sorry if I mispronounced that word. But that's Google's definition for sleep paralysis. But some people think of it as a sleep disorder. Some people think that it's only someone having hallucinations and being delusional and not in a right state of mind. But that is not what I think sleep paralysis is. I think that definition is coming from a medical standpoint or a medical point of view. And it is a frightening form of paralysis because you're not able to move, you're not able to open your eyes, you're not able to speak. But some people are able to open their eyes. but they're still not able to move. But from my personal experience, every time I go through sleep paralysis, I'm not able to open my eyes, but some people do open their eyes, but they still cannot move. But so I'm trying to recall a point or a time that I experienced sleep paralysis in my adulthood. Not too recently, but it's been less than 5 years ago. Um, it was in the year 2017. It was in the fall. Someone else was in the house with me, but was in the next room, in the living room. But I was in the bedroom just taking a nap. But then I experienced the sleep paralysis episode, and I just went through it. In my mind, I didn't freak out, but yes, sleep paralysis is a scary experience every single time. Whoever says it's not is lying out their teeth, or maybe they're just stronger than I am, but that's just my opinion. Um, but this particular time in 2017, when I went through my sleep paralysis, or one of my sleep paralysis episodes, I was not able to open my eyes, you know. I was not able to move, but and then when I would try to open my mouth or try to say anything, I could not. So I just tried to calm down, and I just prayed in my mind. Since I could not speak, all I did was pray to God, and then that feeling went away. That's why I believe, and this is only my opinion, sleep paralysis is more than a medical condition to me personally. That's just my opinion. Sleep paralysis is also suffering from an evil entity trying to mess with you. That's just my opinion. But people that go through sleep paralysis will agree with me. But if you don't know what sleep paralysis is and you never went through it, you're going to think that I'm crazy. And I'm so ready for the hateful comments of me being loony in the head, crazy, delusional, but I don't care. I just felt like talking about this morning because of what I experienced last night. Today is Monday, October 22nd, 2018. I've been trying to learn how to do different things to calm my nerves. I hate taking medicine for anxiety, but I do. I'm not ashamed to say it. So I do have a problem with anxiety. It runs in my family. It's hereditary, but it is what it is. But I hate taking pills all the time. So I've been trying to think or trying to do different things or find out different things to do so I don't have to take my anxiety medicine as much. Because now at this point, it's not helping me at all. I just see myself taking more pills, and that's not good. So I was looking up some stuff on YouTube, and I came across a YouTube page. It's called Good Vibes Binaural Beats. You can look it up. I'm subscribed to that channel, but there's other channels that have meditation music as well. Not only the one I just stated, but I'm subscribed to Good Vibes Binaural Beats. And binaural is spelled Binaural. Binaural. I don't understand why beats is in the word because all you hear is music. You don't hear any beats, but it's called binaural beats. I'm not hating on it. I love it actually. It really does relax me. It does. When you don't feel like hearing words and lyrics and singing and all that, and you just want to relax and be in a meditative state, relaxing state, you can just listen to meditation music and calm down. That's what's helped me. It has helped me a lot of times. Um, but as I went and scrolled through this YouTube channel called Good Vibes Binaural Beats, as you scroll and look at the different music, sometimes you'll see the word astral projection music, out of body experience, and it'll say warning on it. Like there's a particular one that was posted on November 30th, 2015, and it's entitled Astral Projection Music, Out of Body Experience, Binaural Beats, Third Eye Opening Meditation. I've been studying about third eye opening as well. I'm actually not trying to do that, but I have been studying it because it does interest me, but I'm not ready to open up my third eye. That's intense, and you got to be ready for something like that. But this particular binaural beats upload from Good Vibes Binaural Beats YouTube channel. In the description, it kind of describes, I guess, how to do it, or it explains it just explains a lot about it. I don't even want to read all that, but I'll read some of it. Because not a lot of people believe in astral projection either, but I do. No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not ready for that. But I believe that astral projection exists and that people can actually do it. But on this particular upload of this so-called astral projection music upload, it says in the description box, if you are trying to figure out how to astral project easily, the first thing you need to learn how to relax the physical body to the point your psychosoma body is free to take off. You will also need to have the equivalent relaxation of your ingersoma, and then it has energy body in parentheses. Knowing how to unblock your chakras and achieve a better distribution of energies throughout the ingersoma can be a great help in the process. Ideally, it's too early in the morning for me to read this. Ideally, you should achieve a state with your energies that will produce a slight expansion of your ingersoma, since the ingersoma is the glue, and that's in quotations, quote unquote glue, since the ingersoma in the quote unquote glue between the physical body and the psychosoma, which is the astral body in parentheses, you will be in a better condition to take off, so to speak. And when I said so to speak, I threw that in there at the end, but I'm reading from the description box of this particular upload of this so-called astral body experience music upload from Good Vibes Binaural Beats YouTube channel. As you read on, it also says unblocking chakras and expanding the energies are not absolutely necessary conditions to produce a lucid OBE. I do not know what OBE is, but I will look it up and I will read that definition if I can find it. If not, you would just have to look it up yourself. Look it up yourself if you're interested enough to look it up. But however, working on it can greatly increase your chances for takeoff, meaning having your out-of-body experience, also known as astral projection. As I read on, it says blocked areas in your engosoma. I don't know if I'm saying that word wrong, but it's spelled ENERGOSOMA. So I don't know if it's ingersoma or ingersoma, but that's how I've been saying it. But anyway, block areas in your engosoma can help your astral body glued to the physical body. For example, you can get to the point of relaxation where you feel your legs and arms floating, and even get the head of the psychosoma to move around a bit, but feel as if there was a weight on top of the chest that keeps you inside the body. On the process of learning how to achieve astral projection, lucidity is paramount. Being lucid means to be aware, cognizant, making sense of the information we receive from the environment around us, consistently with how we do it in the waking state. We can say that lucidity means to be awake. However, we do not use that word in order to avoid confusion with the state of our physical body. Our physical body can be awake or asleep. We as consciousness can be lucid or not. So the trick to astral project is to put the physical body to sleep, but to stay lucid. The consciousness is not the physical body, and therefore does not need to sleep. The third element needed while learning how to astral projection is to remember the experience after it happens. This is usually not the part that requires the most amount of information and training. There are things you can do before the projection to help with the recall, meaning to help you remember your experience after that happens. That's what that means. Self-suggestion is one technique you can use before your OBE attempt. I guess OBE is out-of-body experience. I'm sorry. So that's what that means. I just figured it out just now. I'm sorry, y'all. So OBE means out-of-body experience. Okay? I'm going to read on some more. This recall technique consists in repeating a phrase to yourself a few times. Repeating it 5 or 10 times is typically effective. If you can say it out loud and do it after you have achieved some relaxation, even better. The sentence should be simple and direct. Something like, I will get out of my body with lucidity and remember everything when I come back. It is important to pay attention to what you're saying and say it with energy and with confidence. During your out-of-body experience, you can try to repeat names of people and places that you learn, and also tell yourself that you will remember those names after you wake up. Coming back to the physical body by your own decision usually helps with a more controlled reconnection and with the overall transfer of information to the physical brain. The ideal scenario for recall is based on a slow reconnection process. Those kinds of alarms that increase the volume slowly can help in this regard. You should ask yourself if you recall anything from the period your physical body was asleep before making any movements. And that's from Good Vibes Binaural Beats YouTube channel. That upload was November 30th, 2015, and it's entitled Astral Projection Music, Out of Body Experience, Binaural Beats, Third Eye Opening Meditation. I said I wasn't going to read all that, but I did anyway. Sorry, y'all. Oops. My bad. But, I remember I was trying to talk about an experience and then I just got way off key and I started reading this. So let me get to the point. Sorry, y'all, my throat was dry. You might hear me swallowing something. I have my headphones on, but I'm trying to get the microphone away from me as I drink my water so y'all don't hear me drinking and stuff. So. But anyway, I think before I started reading that, I was trying to explain another sleep paralysis episode, but I did not finish that scenario that happened before I started reading what I read just now. But anyway, in 2017, in the fall, I was asleep on a Saturday, taking a nap in the evening time. It was getting dark. It wasn't completely dark yet when I went and took a nap that particular evening, but I know it was in the fall, and I know it was the year 2017 when this happened. Excuse me. I'm sorry if I heard that. I burped. I'm sorry about that. Praise to the Most High says, hey, hun. Hey, hello. I did not expect anyone to be online when I was talking about this, but thanks for tuning in. This is a weird, very odd subject for most people, so it might be weird to you too. Praise to the Most High, the one that just commented just now. Thanks for tuning in. Because I'm talking about a totally different subject than I usually talk about on my channel. I don't think I've ever talked about this ever before, so I appreciate you tuning in. But anyway, in 2017, I was taking a nap, and I experienced a sleep paralysis episode, and I just remember not being able to open my eyes, not being able to move. Although a lot of people that go through sleep paralysis are able to open their eyes, but they still are not able to move or speak. But anyway, the way I broke out of that sleep paralysis state, or whatever you want to call it, all I did was pray in my mind to God, and that experience stopped. But the same night that I had that experience, that particular evening in 2017 in the fall, the person that was home at the time said to me that that person heard banging in the walls, like really loud banging in the walls, and knew that no one was at the door, no one was knocking at the window, there was no intruder trying to come in, there was none of that going on. So when that person told me that after I woke up from my nap, I knew then that my sleep paralysis episode that happened that evening was from an evil entity trying to mess with me. That's all I can say. Or mess with the household, or whatever you want to call it. So that's why I believe, from personal experience, that sleep paralysis is more than a medical condition. It's a spiritual warfare type thing going on. That's from my personal experience. And my first personal experience with sleep paralysis is when I was 8 years old. And that was way before I even started researching about it and understanding what it really is. So when that person told me that that person heard banging in the walls, I was like, My first idea was that it was an evil entity in the home at that time, and that's what was happening. And I'm gonna read my comments now. Praise to the Most High. You commented, I have experienced that also, but since I've been going through this, I've been having sleep paralysis. I think that what it called, but I don't have them no more because I'm getting closer to the Lord. And then you also commented, okay, that's what I'm saying too, because I was told I was saying sorry and I did not know what I said that. I did not know I said that. You don't have to be sorry. Um, but me personally, I'm getting closer to God, but my opinion, no disrespect to that comment, but um, I don't think that going through sleep paralysis is a cause of you not being closer to God. That's just my opinion. You were saying sorry in your sleep. Okay, praise to the Most High. Okay, I understand now. Okay, so when you commented, okay, that's what I'm saying too, because I was told I was saying sorry in my sleep, and you did not know that. Okay, okay. No, you said you're bad. You said my bad, and then you said you're all right. No, I wasn't. I was not offended by that comment. I'm just saying from my personal experience. Praise to the Most High, the one that just commented. Right now, me doing this live stream, I'm just saying that I don't think that experiencing sleep paralysis has anything to do with how close you are to God. I think that it's just something that happens to some people. That's just my opinion. Um, like I said before, my first experience with that was when I was 8 years old. Excuse me. But last night I went through a weird experience, but it wasn't like a sleep paralysis experience that I would have that I've had in the past. It's not like a sleep paralysis experience I've had in the past, is what I'm trying to say. I was listening to binaural beats. Um, I actually went to sleep for a little bit, or I was in a sleeping state, relaxation state when I listened to it. Um, and it was actually published yesterday, October 21st, 2018. I'm subscribed to that channel, so anytime they put in new music, I always know about it and I always check it out. But this particular music from Good Vibes Binaural Beats YouTube channel that I'm talking about right now, it's entitled Boost Your Chakras, 7 Chakras Healing Frequencies, Energy Blockage Removal, Binaural Beats. And it was published yesterday, October 21st, 2018. I've been studying a little bit about chakras as well, but I still got to get more understanding about that, me personally, because I'm interested in stuff like that. But anyway, not trying to get off subject, but I was listening to that specific music, and I had an experience I never had before. I noticed I was asleep. I really liked that type of music. It was really relaxing me. It was putting me in a relaxing state of mind, so I dozed off. And then all of a sudden, I recognized that I had a hard time opening my eyes, but I did not feel anything. I didn't feel any bad vibes around me when I felt like that. Um, so I don't know if it was my body trying to astral project or not, because that was not my intention. But I know it was not sleep paralysis like I've experienced in my life before. So what happened was I was listening to this music, I dozed off, and then all of a sudden I feel like I'm on the floor. But I know I'm in the bed. Okay, I know I'm in the bed, dozed off, but I'm feeling like I'm on the floor in my bedroom. And I try to open my eyes, but I have a hard time opening my eyes. But I didn't feel any bad vibe around me, so I didn't freak out or anything, you know. I didn't feel like there was an evil entity around me or anything like that. But I started opening my eyes, I started moving, and then all of a sudden I woke up all the way, and I just woke up in my bed, and I just recognized and understood that that was an experience I've never had before in my life. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, and I don't know if that was my body trying to astral project without my intention or not. But I just felt like talking about it because I know there's people out there in the world that do study astral projection, and I actually do believe it exists. But I haven't studied about it, I haven't researched it um, enough to fully understand it, but I understand enough, in my opinion. Just me reading about it from time to time, about astral projection, I mean. But I just had to get that out. But this dream is for the people that has actually researched astral projection and that believe that exists. This stream was for people that actually suffered sleep paralysis before in their lives, and the people that suffer from sleep paralysis from time to time in their life, even if it was just one or two times in their life and that's it, or if it happened often, or if it happens every now and then. If anyone has suffered from sleep paralysis episodes in their life, this is what this stream was for me to get my thoughts out. Been through it myself. But what I experienced last night was not like any other sleep paralysis episode I've experienced before, so I don't think that's what it was. Honestly, think that it was me astral projecting without my intention. So that's not what I want to do. I'm not ready for that. I am not trying to astral project at all. But I think that's what was happening. And it was different for me. But I just wanted to get that out. But anyway, I probably won't get a lot of views for this one, and plus it's too long anyway, but I just wanted to get that out somehow. Um, so I'm thankful for all my viewers, I'm thankful for all my subscribers, and I'm still going to be doing my research, off and on about this subject because I'm actually interested in it. Boosting your chakras and learning about different chakras and all that type of stuff. I'm interested in stuff like that. But I'm not ready to open up my third eye. Your third eye is your pineal gland. I'm not going to get into that on this live stream. You would have to study about that if you're interested enough about what your third eye is. It's not really your physical third eye, like the two eyes you have in your head. But your third eye is your pineal gland. Pineal is Pineal, and gland is Gland. Your pineal gland. That's what your third eye is. So if you want to research that on your own time, you can. But yeah, I just had to get that out. So thanks for listening, whoever listened. Thankful for my subscribers. Actually, this odd or off the wall, so to speak, post right here will probably make me lose subscribers, but I don't care. I believe what I believe. I study what I study, what I'm interested in. I'm not lying about my sleep paralysis experiences, but I also know that there's thousands and thousands of people that's been through that as well. So I know I'm not the only one in the world that's been through sleep paralysis, but I just wanted to talk about something different for once instead of talking about what I always talk about on my channel. I'm still trying to get my voice fully normal. But anyway, I hope I was still understood pretty clearly. Had my headphones on and I'm talking into the microphone talk piece in there, so hopefully I was understood pretty clear. I know I have a messed up voice still, but anyway, everyone have a blessed day. Right now it's early morning. I'm up for the day now. I went to sleep pretty early last night. For the past 3 or 4 nights, I haven't been getting good sleep. I've been going to sleep in the morning like 4, 5, or 6 in the morning, waking up at like 11 or 12. Yeah, I'm like, no, today is Monday. I have things to do. So I dozed off pretty early. And early for me is like before 11 o'clock at night. So I went to sleep before 11 o'clock at night last night. And I woke up at like 5 something in the morning. And I thought I was going to go back to sleep, but I'm not. And I just had the urge to talk about this subject, what I just talked about. But I'm up for the day now. So I'm going to get my day started, but not this early. It's before 8 o'clock a.m. right now. I'll get my day started around 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning to take care of stuff I need to take care of. But thanks for listening, y'all. Appreciate it. Carmelite A signing out.